Hey yogis, welcome to class. My name is Tiffany and today we're going to do a power Vinyasa yoga class with the focus of crow pose. If you're new to crow, don't worry, this class is still for you. We will work through some modifications on how to get to crow. We'll work on some variations on how to advance your crow. But no matter what your level of yoga is, we'll have a lot of fun with this. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get started on our back. So coming to lie on your back in any comfortable position. You can come into a Supta Baddha Konasana with your soles touching, one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Of course, always the Shavasana with your legs splayed out, your arms wherever they're comfortable. Placing the soles of your feet on the ground is always an option too, letting the knees fall in together. Whatever feels comfortable to you, take that position. And then start to close your eyes. Check in with your thoughts and your mind. Notice the thoughts that are running across your mind right now. And like a physical object, take each one of those thoughts and send them off to the side. And notice how you start to feel physically when you let the weight of your thoughts release from your mind. Noticing any areas of tension that you may have had in your shoulders, your face, your jaw. Starting to feel a little bit softer. Starting to relax into this position onto the floor. Feeling grounded and lifted, held up by the earth beneath you. Checking in with how you feel physically today, knowing that any way you feel is perfectly fine, that you don't need to change anything. You are enough right here, right now. Just bringing awareness to how you feel. And knowing that it's okay. Finally, bringing awareness to the breath. At first, not changing anything, but just acknowledging the breath in your body. How are you breathing right now? Is it short and sweet into the chest? Is it long into the belly? Just start to feel the breath. Notice any different sensations your body may feel when you bring awareness to the breath. Starting to deepen your breath wherever you're at. Imagining on your inhales, the breath can go down all the way through the chest and the belly, through the legs, the arms, the fingers. And on the exhale, the air comes all the way back up through the toes, touching the knees, the legs, the belly, the arms, the fingertips, the chest, the head, the ears. Literally touching every single cell in your entire body. Bringing fresh oxygen, fresh life, a new sense of energy throughout the entire body. Wherever you're at with your natural rhythm of breath, exhale everything outside of the mouth, AJ. Now let's start to breathe together. Breathe in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing at the top, let the breath fill up through the lungs, let it expand through the ribs, and then exhale, sigh it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing at the bottom. Getting every last bit of breath out of the lungs, out of the body. And then inhale again for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, side out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the bottom for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale again. 4, 3, one. Take a big inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it go, HA. Come into your natural rhythm of breath for yoga. And then if you don't have the Supta Baddha Konasana legs, the butterfly legs, bring your soles to touch. Bring your hands behind your head. Your elbows will be out wide. And we'll move into a Supta Baddha Konasana crunch. So take an inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower it back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Lift it up and lower down. Lift up and lower down. Really crunching through those upper abs. You're imagining your rib cage touching your hip bones. If you want extra added bonus, lift the feet, press them together, lower down. Lift up, lower down, and crunch. It's down and lift, lower down, and crunch. We've got 10 more. It's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, just 2, and 1. Hold at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Bring your knees in. Real quick, let that go. Bring your hands back behind your head. We're going to move into a bicycle. Take an inhale, and then exhale, twist right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Center, and twist. Center, and twist. If you want to make this a little bit more challenging, extend long through both legs. It's twist and center. It's twist and center. Just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug it back in. This time, grab for behind your knees. We're going to rock and roll up into Navasana boat pose. So take as many rocks as you need. And then come up to your boat pose. Extend long through the legs, hands behind your knees. You can stay here, lift your chest up. Your hands come by your side. Really lift the heart up. Pause here. And then exhale, lower down to your low boat. Inhale, brings you back up, high boat. Lower down, low. High, low. High, and low. High, 3 more, and low. Just high, and low. 1 more, it's high, and low. Hold low. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Hug it in. Rock side to side. Take a big inhale. Exhale, let that go. Warming up through the core. Grab for behind your knees. Again, rock and roll. This time, coming into your tabletop position, cross like the ankles. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, cow pose, drop the belly. Gaze goes up. Feel that stretch through your core. And then exhale, press into cat. Round through the spine. Press the ground away. Gaze towards your thighs. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Take a couple rounds of this on your own, adding any free movement your body is asking for. So maybe that's stretching through the hips, making some circles, feeling the obliques move around. You move into wrist stretches, placing your fingers towards the edges of your mat, continuing on in those circles, trying to link your breath to each movement, moving in one direction, opposite direction. Keep breathing here, keep moving. Maybe you really stretch your wrists by bringing your fingers towards your knees, sinking your hips back towards your heels, breathing here, moving in that cat-cow. Inhale for cows, exhale for cat. Again, just finding any movement with your spine, knowing you can make this simple, you can make it complex. Whatever feels good in your body, there's no right or wrong way to do this. Wherever you're at, take one more round of breath. and then meet into the neutral tabletop position. Inhale, reach your right arm up high towards the sky, and then exhale, thread the needle. Right arm reaches underneath the left, right ear comes down to the mat. Walk your fingers to the top of your mat, stretching long through that left hand. Also take a bind, wrapping the left hand behind your back, reaching for your right thigh, your right hip crease. And breathe here. Stretching out through the shoulder. Each inhale, see if you can roll a little bit deeper onto that shoulder, opening the heart a little bit more towards the ceiling. And then exhale, release that left hand down. Inhale, right arm reaches high. Exhale, set it back down to the ground. Inhale, sweep the left arm up high towards the sky. And then exhale, thread the needle. Left arm underneath the right. This time, walk the right fingers to the top of the mat. Again, staying here in this position or binding the right arm behind the back, reaching for the left hip crease, the left thigh, whatever is available to you. And breathing into this space. Again, opening up through that shoulder, rolling to the left side, opening the heart up a little bit more to the right side of the room, maybe the ceiling. Breathe here, releasing tension in your shoulders. You can close your eyes if that feels good. And on your exhale, release the right hand down. Inhale, sweep the left arm high towards the sky. And then exhale, set it back down. Spread your fingertips out wide like little starfish. And then tuck your toes down and sink your hips into your heels. Walk your fingertips back by your legs, by your knees. Untuck your toes rather. We're going to move into a flying integration. So plant your hands down, and then we're going to lift our knees to our chest. We'll be on the tops of our feet, and we'll pause and hold it. So take an inhale, and then exhale. Just lift your knees towards your chest. Press into the ground. Can you keep your hips low? Keep pressing into the ground with your tops of your feet. Find compression with your knees. And pause here and breathe. Just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower your knees back to the mat. Walk your fingers to the top of your mat. And then this time, spread your fingers out wide like little starfish. Tuck your toes, maybe tap them out if you need to. Take an inhale, and then exhale. Roll back, downward facing duck. Taking any movements here that feel good. You can walk your feet out left and right. Walking your dog. Now in this posture, you can place as much bend in your knees as feels good to you. Your heels don't have to touch the mat. Press the ground away. Relax your shoulders. Lift your hips up high towards the sky. We're going to move into 3 rounds of an awakening sun A. So inhale, come to your static downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, step or float to the outside of your hands. Inhale brings you into an active squat. Pause here, reach out in front of you, sink low into the ground. And then exhale, stand up, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up towards the sky, find a back bend. And then exhale, forward fold all the way down to the ground. You can bend your knees here. Maybe this is where you come into your first crow pose. If you're new to crow, placing your knees on your triceps, and maybe your toes stay on the mat. Maybe they lift up. Pause here and breathe. 3, 2, 1, and then step or float back, high plank. We're going to take 3 push-ups. Take an inhale, exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. 1 more. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come to your knees. sink back, and then inhale, pull through, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float outside of your hands. Inhale, brings you to that active squat. Reach out in front of you. And then exhale, stand tall, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up with the fingers, find a back bend. And then exhale, brings you all the way down. Inhale, hands come to the ground. Maybe you find your crow, or maybe you just step or hop back to your high plank. Pause here. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, step or float. High plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. One more time. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, sink back to your knees. And then inhale, bring it through. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, guys, one more round, just like that. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop. Top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, active squat. Reach out in front of you. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, find your back bend. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, maybe you find your crow pose, bringing your knees towards your triceps. Maybe you take flight. Pause here. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, step or float to the back of your mat, high plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. One more time. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, sink back to your knees. Inhale, pull it through. Upward facing dog. And then exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Building some heat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, top of the mat. Forward fold. Pause here and breathe. Walk your feet hip width distance apart. Slide your hands underneath your feet, coming into a Pada Hastasana. Wiggle out your toes, massage out your wrists real quick. Giving yourself a little breathing break. Letting your breath slow down. Then release your hands from underneath your feet. Heel toe your feet to touch. And then inhale, sink low, chair pose. Lift your arms up high towards the sky. Pause here and breathe. How low can you sink into your chair? Send your shins to the back of the mat, your hips to the back of the mat. Maybe you lift up and wiggle your toes. Reach your fingertips high towards the sky. Lift your heart up. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. You can stay here, take an inhale. And then exhale, twist to the right. Left elbow to the right knee, coming into a revolved prayer twist. Again, lifting your heart up. Now, it's perfectly okay if you stay here or in any variation of chair. If you're in the prayer twist, make sure that your knees are in line with each other. Your heart is lifted, your core is engaged, keeping your chest lifted above your hips. Pause here and breathe. If you want to, you can open up your arms, stretching it out. Or if it's in your practice, you want to try or go into side crow. Plant your hands down by your side, and then bring your knees on top of your left tricep. So finding your balance here. Breathing into it. Again, looking forward. If you've never tried a side crow, and you're like, this class is way too hard for me, what am I doing? Maybe you try a side crow with both hands. I was taught this way, and they called it Peter Crow. I don't think it's a Peter Crow. I think that is a very good introduction to how to do a side crow. So, you're in your prayer twist. Plant your hands down, and then lean your weight into both hands. So your right hip will be over your right elbow, and your right knee will be over your left knee. And then find your balance here, hinging forward, creating that shelf, and then leaning so far forward that maybe naturally your toes just one float up. Maybe you play around with that. And if you're in your prayer twist, pause here. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, let that go. Forward fold. Walk your feet hip width distance apart. This time, take your 2 peace fingers, grab your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Letting all of that go, knowing that you're perfect wherever you're at in your journey. That we're all on a journey. We're all at different places. That is okay wherever you are. And release your big toe. Heel toe your feet to touch. And then inhale, find your chair pose. Sink your hips down low. Reach your arms up high. This time we'll come into your revolved prayer twist left side. So take an inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then twist to the left. Right elbow on the outside of the left knee this time. Inhale, lift high with the heart. Sink the hips low. Send the shins back. Again, stay here. Or maybe you open up into that side, rather not side crow, but your arms are extended long. Or maybe you place your hands down, coming into the side crow on the opposite side. If you tried it on the other side, try it here. So planting both hands down, creating a shelf for your knees with that the right elbow, placing both knees on your arm. Notice how one side feels a little different than the other. Again, always that option to try both hands. I feel that it's better that you find your balance on your hands rather than maybe going for the one arm side crow right away. So this time, placing both hands down from your prayer twist. Align your left elbow with your left hip and your right elbow with your your left knee. Inch forward, and then just find that balance. See if you can slowly get your toes to lift up. Again, looking out and forward in front of you, breathing here. Wherever you're at is perfectly okay. Find your prayer twist or hold where you're at for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale, forward fold to the top of your mat, letting that go. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back, your vinyasa, high to low plank, lower down to your knees, inhale, pull through, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog, inhale, right leg high, exhale, right knee, right elbow, pause here. Drop down to your left knee, or let's move on to elevators. Lower right knee, right wrist. Inhale, back up. Lower down to the wrist. Inhale, back up. Lower down. Back up 2 more times. Lower down. Inhale to the elbow. Lower down to the wrist. Inhale to the elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Inhale, sweep high. High crescent. Pause here and breathe. Sink low. Breathe into your nose. Exhale through your nose, relaxing the shoulders down your back. Press your thigh bone towards the sky, extending your heel back. Spin your pinky fingers in towards each other. See if you can breathe into the space, finding maybe a little bit of ease to the effort we've already done in this class so far. Finding your inner peace, your inner strength. And take an inhale. And then exhale, open up, warrior 2. Your back heel spins down. Shoulders align over your hips, reaching in opposite directions. Gazing over your right middle finger. Squeeze your shoulder blades together down your back. And then squeeze your legs together. Again, like you're on ice and your mat slipping away from you. Every muscle in your entire body is working so hard in this posture right here. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand reaches down the back left leg, high-fiving the back wall with your right hand. Again, sink low into that lunge. Reach up, feel the deep stretch in your right side body. And then exhale, find a side angle. Right elbow, right knee, reaching in opposite directions again. Left elbow, rather the left hand, reach up towards the sky, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lift the heart up. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Your vinyasa flow, high to low plank. Inhale, pulls you through, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Repeating that on the left. Inhale, left leg sweeps up towards the sky. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Again, pause here, drop down to that knee, or let's move on to elevators. Left knee, left wrist. Inhale to the elbow. Lower down to the wrist. Pull it back up. Lower down. Pull and press the ground away. Lower down. Lift up 2 more times. Lower down to the wrist. Inhale to the elbow. To the wrist. To the elbow. All the way up. 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Reach up towards the sky. Pause and breathe. Again, press that femur away, up towards the ceiling, shoulder blades down your back, core engaged. Breathe here. Let your heartbeat slow down. Finding your breath. Spinning your pinkies in towards each other. Just breathe here. All your muscles working hard. Take an inhale. Exhale, open up warrior 2. Back heel spins down. Arms cartwheel to a T. Gaze directly over your left middle finger. Squeezing your shoulder blades together. Squeezing your legs together. Finding your inner thighs turning on. Working so hard. Your focus is very focused. Inhale, reverse your warrior right hand. Reaches down the back. High five the left hand to the back wall. Feel the stretch in the left side body. And then exhale, side angle. Left elbow, left knee. Reach up with the right hand. Always know it's an option to rest that forearm on your thigh, or maybe you reach out even further in front of you. Always options to use blocks too if you have them available. Spin your heart up towards the sky. Feel that stretch this time deep in your right side body. And breathing into it. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Your vinyasa flow, high to low plank. Lower it back to your knees, and then inhale, pull it through, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale, exhale, side out. Running through that one more time, just the same. Inhale, look forward, exhale, step or hop, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips down low. Lift your arms up towards the sky. Now, you can either come into your side crow or you can come into your normal crow. I'm going to demonstrate the normal crow, but if you want to go into side crow, feel free. Take an inhale. And then exhale. All the way down, hands plant to the ground. Coming into your side crow, once again, placing your knees high on your tricep. Hinge forward as far as you can until your toes become light, and then start to bring them together like you're kicking your booty. Gaze forward towards the mat, maybe 2 to 3 feet in front of the mat rather. Breathe here. You're in your side crow, stay there. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down, forward fold. Walk your feet hip width distance apart. Slide your hands underneath your feet, moving into Padahastasana. Once again, done a lot of wrist work, so wiggling your wrists out. And then, a lot of times, a class will tell you to pull your elbows out. This time, pull your elbows in. So you're reaching your forearms and your elbows towards your shins. Just a little bit of a different stretch, knowing that any variation is perfectly okay. If this doesn't feel good, take what feels good to you. Know that these classes are just an offering, that if something doesn't sit with you, if you don't like a posture or a pose, leave it out. Take what you like, leave what you don't. And this is for you. Release your hands from your feet. Heel toe your feet back to touch. And then inhale, chair pose. Again, if you want to take your side curl on the left, bring your hands to heart center, moving through a prayer twist. Or you can take your curl, placing your hands back down to the ground. Trying one more time. If you are so close to getting it, create shells with your biceps, your triceps. Place your knees on top of your triceps, and then maybe you lift one foot, maybe you lift the other, or maybe both feet just want to lift off the ground. Again, gaze 2 to 3 feet in front of you. Let your fingertips be little frog fingers, like you're grabbing trees. Know that your hands are dynamic. You can shift weight anywhere in them. Breathe here. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, plant your hands. Step or hop back in your Vinyasa flow. High to low plank. Lower down to your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Stay here or move on to elevators. Lower down to the wrist. Inhale to the elbow, lower down to the wrist. To the elbow, lower it down. To the elbow, 2 more times. To the wrist, to the elbow, to the wrist, to the elbow. 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward, lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Your Vinyasa flow, high to low plank. Shift back to your knees. Inhale, pulls you through. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, hinge forward. Stay here. Lower down to the wrist. Inhale to the elbow. Exhale to the wrist. Inhale to the elbow. Exhale to the wrist. Inhale to the elbow. 2 more times. To the wrist. Inhale. Exhale to the wrist. Inhale to the elbow. Raise it up. 3-legged dog. Exhale. Step it through. A low lunge. Inhale. High crescent. Reach up with your hands. Shoulders down your back. Exhale. Warrior 2. Inhale. Reverse your warrior. Exhale. Side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Your Vinyasa flow, high to low plank. Find a push-up. Drop back to your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Moving on, take a big inhale. Exhale, let it go. All right, inhale your right leg high. Exhale, hinge forward, right knee, right elbow. This time, listen up guys. You can stay here, or maybe you try a one-legged crow with a little bit of a different entry into it. So, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. And then create a shelf with your right elbow. pressing your knee on there, and maybe your left knee takes flight. And then lower it back down. Knowing that it's okay that if you just hold here, you're building that strength up. Find your breath wherever you're at. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior, and then straight through the right leg, finding a reverse triangle pose, Trikonasana. Taking inhale, and then exhale, find your Trikonasana triangle pose. Bump your left hip back, reach with the right hand until you can no longer reach. And then maybe you reach for your ankle, your toes, finding a slight micro bend in that right knee. Reaching high with the left hand. And breathing here. Inhale brings you up. Heel toe your feet towards the left edge of your mat. Inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale, find a wide-legged forward fold. Letting your chest hang heavy over your legs. Breathing into this space. Noticing where your mind has wandered off to. If you want an inversion, feel free to take an inversion. But know that this is perfectly okay where you're at. Just letting your head be below your heart and your heart be below your hips. Bringing fresh blood into the brain, fresh oxygen. You're inverted, slowly starting to bring your feet back down. Inhale, halfway lift, and then point your toes towards the top of the mat. Walk your fingers to the top of your mat, and then drop your left knee down. Moving into a lizard lunge, so wiggle your toes out to the right edge of the mat. You can stay here if this feels good. You're going to drop down towards your forearm. Maybe you reach for a twisted lizard, reaching your right hand to the outside of your left foot, opening up through the chest. Pause here. Again, maybe cooling down the body a little in this posture, slowing down through the heart. Just breathing into this space. Slowly, if you take in this twisted lizard, release your toes, come back to your hands, press the ground away from you, meet your right toes to your left, and then moving into a side plank, plant your left hand down, roll onto the outside edge of your left foot, lift your right arm up high towards the sky. Again, you can bring that bottom knee down towards the ground. That feels good. You need a little bit of a break on your wrist. You can take any variation with your feet. Be where you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Your Vinyasa flow, high to low plank. Back into your knees. Inhale, pull yourself through. Upward facing dog. And then exhale. Downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. And then exhale, step it through. Rather, bring that left knee towards your left elbow. Again, maybe you stay with your knee to your elbow, or maybe you play around with that one-legged crow entry. The leg high, bend the elbows, find your space, and then maybe the toes lift off the ground. Maybe they don't. This is my weak side. I don't quite have it on this side. Pause where you are. Build the strength for 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Left leg high. Exhale. Step it through. Low lunge. Inhale. Sweep the arms up. High crescent. Then exhale. Open up. Warrior 2. Inhale. Reverse your warrior. And then lengthen through the left leg, finding a reverse triangle. Reach up through that left hand. And then exhale. Find your Trikonasana triangle. Bump your right hip back. Reach and reach and reach with those left fingers till you can't reach anymore. Dropping the fingers down towards your shin, ankle, front of your toe. Whatever feels good. Spin the heart up towards the sky. Reach up, use your core, open your heart a little bit more, shoulder blades, squeeze down your back. And then inhale, brings you up, use your core. Rotate your fingers this time to the right edge of your mat. Lift your heart up high, and then exhale, forward fold. Breathe into this. Again, if you want to take an inversion, feel free to take an inversion. If not, find your fingers behind your back. If this feels like it's enough, stay here, or maybe press your shoulders out and then let them fall to the ground. Finding a release of the shoulders. It's been a lot of chaturangas, a lot of push-ups, a lot of weight in the shoulders and the wrists. So just let them relax, let them go. Sending extra breath, extra love into those areas. Finding a bit of tenderness, a bit of softness. And then slowly, if you took the bind or you went upside down, slowly start to release back to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Then turn your toes to the top of your mat. Walk your fingers to the top of your mat. Finding your lizard lunge. Dropping down to your right knee. You can stay here or find that lizard, twisted lizard, reaching around for your right foot with your left hand this time. Any variation on your hand, on your forearm, whatever feels good. Maybe gazing up towards the sky if you have the outside. If you have the inside, maybe rotating the shoulders down. Breathe into this space. Notice where the mind goes when the breath slows down, when the posture is slowed down. See if you can bring it back to your body, to your breath. And slowly start to release, coming back to your palms wherever you are. Tuck your right toes under. And then exhale, high plank, left toes to meet right. Inhale, side plank. This time, right hand is the base, outside foot of the right foot on the ground. Reach with your left hand. Again, coming into any variation, which means the right knee could be down, and pause wherever you're at. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, your Vinyasa, high to low plank. Knees, and then inhale, fold it through, upward facing dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right wrist. This time coming into a high pigeon. Don't worry, no more elevators or crazy one-legged crows. Sink your hips down. Find alignment with your hips. Flex your right foot. Find an upward facing dog with the chest. And then exhale, slowly lower down towards the ground. Finding your sleeping pigeon, melting into this practice and into this posture. Letting it go. Maybe you use your forearms as a pillow. Really finding comfort in this pose, relaxing. Keeping your breath nice and steady and strong. Again, knowing that wherever you're at in your practice is perfectly okay. Maybe you were able to do all of it, maybe some of it, maybe none of it. But know that your practice is your journey. And the best thing to do with your journey is to honor it. Honor exactly where you are. Knowing every day is a little bit different. Maybe some days are stronger, some days are less strong. Just be okay with wherever you're at today. You don't need to change anything. You came into your sleeping pigeon, press yourself up. Tuck your left toes under, and then inhale, right leg high. Bend at the knee, coming into a scorpion dog. Take some circles with the hip moving in one direction, moving in the other. And then set it back down. Inhale your left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, half pigeon, left knee, left wrist. Flex through the left toes, extend long through the right leg. Find alignment with your hips. Lift up the chest like an upward facing dog. Then exhale, sink it down low. You can do your sleeping pigeon or whatever posture feels good to you. Notice how this space feels a little bit different on this side. And then notice how when you're trying to release tension from one area of the body, in this posture, the hips, the thigh on the left side, notice if you are moving that tension. Perhaps you are holding your shoulders, your breath maybe, your jaw, your forehead. See if you can completely relax, letting go into this space. Move into sleeping pigeon. Slowly start to make your way back up. Tuck your right toes under, and then inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your left leg high. Exhale, scorpion dog. Bend the knee. Take circles with that left knee, moving in one direction, moving in the other direction. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, and then exhale, spring forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down to the belly. And then keep your left hand by your chest. Reach your right arm long. And then start to roll over onto the right shoulder, bringing your left foot behind your right leg. Coming into an alligator pose, just stretching out through the shoulder. Knowing we did a lot of work with the shoulders. bring your left hand behind your back, maybe even clasping the fingers if that's available to you. Just breathe into this space. Slowly coming out of this, rolling back onto your belly. Your left hand on the ground. This time extend the left arm long. Place the right hand by your chest and by your ribs, and then slowly start to roll over to the left side. Bringing your right foot behind your left leg. Breathing here into this space. Again, always the option to find the right hand behind the back, maybe interlacing the fingers. Breathing into your shoulders, letting go of that tension. And then exhale, brings you back to your belly. Inhale, tuck your toes, and then exhale, press up through high plank, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat, have a seat. Coming back to your back. Plant the soles of your feet down on the ground. Let your fingertips graze your heels. And then take an inhale. And exhale, move into bridge. Lift your hips up high towards the sky. Maybe binding your fingers underneath your hips, shimmying your arms underneath your shoulders, lifting up high through the hips. Feeling the stretch in the front side body, opening through the shoulders if you have a bind underneath. And then if you have the bind, you can stay here, or maybe see what it feels like to lower your hips onto your arms. Just feeling a little bit of a stretch through the arms, deeper sensation through the shoulders. And inhale, lift the hips. And then exhale, set the hips back down onto the hands. Maybe you rock side to side, see how that feels, massaging out maybe even your forearms on the ground, your shoulders. Inhale, lift the hips. This time remove the hands from underneath you and exhale, slowly lower down all the way to the ground. Inhale, bring your knees in towards your chest. Moving into happy baby, grab the inside arches of your feet. Pull your feet and your knees down towards the ground. And then at the same time, kick your hands away, really lifting up, gluing your entire spine down towards the ground from your tailbone to the base of your skull. Relaxing here, knowing you can make this yours. You can add some movement to your happy baby. You don't have to just sit there with your feet pulling down. You can rock side to side. Maybe you even extend your legs. And then release, bringing both knees in towards your chest. Keep your right knee in towards your chest. Extend your left leg long. Take an inhale. And then exhale, pull your right knee down towards your chest. Pull it down towards your rib cage. Or maybe, if you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, you pull it a little bit out. So when you find that compression, you don't have a bone-to-bone compression. You have a little bit more space to pull that knee down. And then exhale, find a supine twist. Drape your right knee across the left side body, your right arm opens up to a T. Opening up here, breathing. Either letting gravity do all the work here, or maybe using your left hand to press your right thigh down towards the ground a little bit more, feeling a deeper twist through the spine. Inhale, brings you back through center, switching out the legs. This time your right leg goes long. Inhale your left knee towards your chest, and then pull your left knee towards your left armpit. Again, maybe towards the ribs, maybe away from the ribs if you want a little bit deeper sensation into the hip. And then exhale, supine twist this time. Drape your left knee across the right side body, left arm goes long, gaze goes to the left. Again, either using your right hand for a little bit more extra pressure on that left leg, or maybe just letting gravity do the work. You've done enough work today. Breathe into the space. Letting go of tension, letting go of anything that does not serve you right here. Inhale brings you back through center. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze, give yourself a hug, and then bring your forehead towards your knees, squeezing every single muscle in your entire body. Give yourself the biggest bear hug you've given anyone in your entire life. Give it to yourself right here, right now. So deserving of it. Every single muscle squeezes, and then exhale. Find your final Shavasana. Your legs go long. Your arms fall wherever they're comfortable. Your breath falls back to its natural rhythm. Breathing here in this space. Taking one moment of gratitude for yourself, for showing up on your mat today, putting in the work, acknowledging every hard thing you just did with your body, maybe overcoming things with your mind, or overcoming fear of flying into your crow, with different variations. Giving thanks to yourself. And also accepting yourself on your journey, wherever you may be, whether advanced or beginner. We're all on some sort of journey. We're all traveling somewhere. We all have things to work on. But wherever you're at, you are perfect where you are. If you have the gift of time, I offer that you stay here as long as you wish, focusing on your breath and on your body. I honor all of your efforts and your eases today. The light in me honors you.